Good Abend, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to TOBI Tweaks. Today's topic, the ADT 5MT console. Now, this one is not the C that you might know from my other videos. This is the real deal ADT 5MT console that Gerd Jüngling for ADT built since the 80s and continued to build so up until way into the 2000s, and you can still get modules for this thing. And maybe, I don't know, the company ADT still exists. If you really like to, you might even be able to get a new one. Not sure about that, but anyway, very amazing. Maybe the longest running console system in the history up until now. So this one has a history. It comes from Viva TV Köln. Stefan Raab, a very famous German public figure from TV, from music as well, is supposed to be the user of this thing, the first user. For today, this console is about to be sold. I will have a last look at it. We will hear how it sounds. I will tell you everything about it, so stay with me. Okay, so here we have it. Beautiful console. Right now still installed in the studio of Lovebirds. Thank you very much for letting me film and display this one. Now, what do we have? This is a 48 channel frame with 24 buses. 8 of the channels are actually stereo. Big system. Also the full channels here with Q plus 9 auxes. So you have 11 cents plus the group plus fader, mix A, mix B, plenty of options, and of course equalizer, 3 parametric bands, 1 switchable high shelf, and a dynamic section. Yes, so you would compare this to SSL. Some people call these the German SSL. The look is kind of similar, but it is a lot more colorful in nature, I would say. Yes, what else do we have? Now you see we have these faders with VCA and cut grouping. There is an automation for this system that is not here with the console right now, but still probably the best feature is not only do we have the VCA group, we have 9 groups, and if you can see, if I move the fader, you would have these lights displaying the real value. So this being VCA automation and not flying fader, you still get a visual representation of at what value these faders sit right now. So if I trim these down, you would see, aha, this is the real value. And if I move the fader, you would have this moving correspondingly. And then probably the coolest feature of the console is you have this VCA trim in the middle, where if engaged, you can trim the whole console up and down. Super cool. This does have fade automatic. This does have the protected cut knobs for the groups. So I guess this was used in broadcast as well. I mean, the documentation says it was for Viva in Köln. So was this used for live television maybe also? Who knows what songs were produced on it? There's not too much information about it other than that this has 2 sister consoles and they all come from Cologne and they were supposedly used by Stefan Raab. Yeah, center section. You see full aux metering. Yes, there is music running in the background that I have muted. That's why we see stuff on the faders. We have a center section with 7 stereo returns. We do have 3 matrix outs. We have here all the masters for the accents. We have the elliptic equalizer. Yes, this thing is amazing. And a dynamics for mix A and mix B. We have the monitoring here. Cool stuff. A full board. Now, the owner of this thing had this board for quite a while. Did some very great music on it. It's sounding fantastic, but this owner will exchange the board for a Harrison console, which is a lot more vintage sounding, also in nature. So less functionality that this board has and more character, mojo. So this board will be for sale, or is actually for sale. So if you're interested, get in touch. Yeah, but let's not make this a product video. And of course, let's hear how this sounds, run a few sounds through it, compare it, and in the end, do a mix on it. What do you say? Let's zoom out a bit. Beautiful stuff.
Okay, first song on the board. We are going to listen to a funk demo summed on the console. Compare that to the raw sound coming out of the DAW. Let's go. Cool stuff. Now for the next one, we'll have a more low-end heavy hip-hop trap production and compare that to the sound of a modern SSL D6. Now time for the grand finale. Let's mix on this board. I have an 80s TV show intro outro style production with me. I spent some time before the footage, sadly also because I lost the recording and misplaced the camera. Some tracks are already treated. I'll still walk you through individual tracks here. We solo a few things. Engage, disengage, processing, listen to what this board can really do. And in the end, use some reverb and send processing and try to finish up this mix on the board with the bus processing, with the bus compressor, I'm so excited, let's hear how this sounds.
Yeah, and that was my video on the ADT console from Stefan Raab. If you liked the last couple minutes with me, feel free to give me that all buttons in on like and subscribe. Also, if you're interested in this console, the details will be below this video as long as it is still available. Come check it out, it's in Berlin. Wedding, a great piece of gear. Lastly, if you like the music in my videos, come say hi on my Twitch channel. I'll be streaming every Monday. Happy to see you there for questions, just to listen. Let's hang out. That's it from me today. Thank you very much. Until next time, have a good one. Ciao.
Can you hear it?